Greetings, I'm Amy Ludwig Vanderwater, and I welcome you to Keeping a Notebook, Day 24, and Poetry Month Roll the Dice 2020, Day 12. This is Betsy the Writing Camper, and I will be speaking to you from inside this little spot. 2020 is my 11th year of writing a poem each day of National Poetry Month. I always write around a different theme. For this year's poetry project, I have decided to introduce surprise. Each April day, I will share a poem's can phrase about writing poetry. I will roll 3 word dice. If a die rolls blank, I will not re-roll it. I will write a poem inspired by 1, 2, or all 3 of the face-up words. Today's Roll the Dice chat is titled, Poems Can Be Songs.
It is time to roll the dice, and we will take 1, 2, 3 dice, give them a roll. We have dance, realize, and so. Dance, realize, so. What will we write?
Day 12, National Poetry Month. Here we are. And our chat is titled, Poems Can Be Songs. Our words are dance, realize, and so. And one thing that's interesting about songs is that sometimes they get stuck in our heads. And songs have rhythms, and sometimes we tap songs as we sing them. So if I sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, I'll go twinkle, twinkle, little star. But if I count the syllables as I do that, as I tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a poem is often a song is often a poem, and a poem we can write based on a song that we already know. So we can make up new songs and new lyrics and new melodies, but we can also take melodies that exist and then bring our words to those. So if I have twinkle, twinkle, little star, I can say, Betsy is my little home, right? So I'm thinking that through. Like I wouldn't say, Betsy is a little camper, because that's 8, unless I want to change it, which of course I can if I am the writer or the poet or the songwriter or whatnot. So, but these words, dance, realize, and so, I don't have so many notes here because what I really ended up doing was not so much just jotting notes, but instead sitting and lying down and singing songs in my head that I already know and like to try to find one I thought would match Little Mouse. And I did a whole project several years ago, one April, where I took 30 songs and I wrote poems to match the rhythms and the beats and the tunes of those songs. So I did this today. I love the song, My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean, and I thought, I'll play with those rhythms and that tune to write a poem about Little Mouse and the word dance. So if you don't know My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean, it goes like this. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, bring back, bring back my Bonnie to me. Bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. So if you sing that to yourself, you could tap the rhythm, right? My Bonnie lies over the ocean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had to play with that a lot because I like to get the beats right when I play with a song. And so this is a little bit more of a challenging poems can, but you can even change it if you want to. So here's what I have. There's so many crossouts. As always, the final will be at the Poem Farm. But I'll read to you. I thought, okay, Little Mouse probably likes to dance, but she's alone. So who might she dance with? So here's what I wrote. It's called This Dance. I like to play records on Sundays. I twirl and I sweep round the room. I tidy my fine tiny kitchen, waltzing in time with my broom. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am this dance and this dance is me. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I can dance, I am free. You might think I seem kind of lonesome. Believe me when I say you're wrong. A mouse can be friends with a broomstick. A mouse can be friends with a song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am this dance and this dance is me. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I can dance, I am free. So that was a fun exercise for me, and it didn't take so much like just jotting which word do I want to use. I knew I wanted to use dance, but then what I did is I just sort of sat and thought and lay down and thought, and I made something fit. And we've done this in play before, and just in sort of fooling around when we're chatting, we might sing, different words to a song that we know, and we've seen other people do it before. So we can do it with a poem. And I sang this to you, but I could just read it. If I saw this in a book, it might say, I like to play records on Sundays. I twirl and I sweep around the room. I tidy my fine tiny kitchen, waltzing in time with my broom. And actually, in my book, With My Hands, there's a poem titled Painting, and that poem can be sung to the tune of I've Been Working on the Railroad. It doesn't say it in the poem. It's sort of a little secret I have and tell sometimes, but that's one of the poems that I wrote many years ago when I chose songs instead of dice for an April poetry project. So you might want to make a list. I knew I wanted to use My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean, but you could make a list of a few songs like Row, Row, Row Your Boat, or Happy Birthday, or Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, or The Muffin Man. And then you could, if you wanted to, choose to play with that rhythm and one of these words, or not one of these words, or one of these words and not that rhythm. But I would like you to know today that songs are often, if not always, poems, and poems can be sung sometimes. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on day 13 of National Poetry Month. Have a good day today. Take care of yourself. Take care of other people as you're able. Kindness is a way of just taking care of somebody. You don't have to do a big, huge thing, but sometimes doing an extra little chore, or saying, can I help with that? Or leaving a surprise note under somebody's pillow can be a wonderful thing to do. So good to see you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
On the left-hand side of my notebook, you can see I didn't take very many notes this time. I kept just thinking about songs in my head and then playing around in my mind. Then I got to drafting on the right-hand side and needed some room from the left. Our daily word dice rolls are helping me get to know the personality of Little Mouse. Today's dice were dance, realize, and sew. Enjoy your writing. Here on day 12 of National Poetry Month, we have already talked about 10 Poems Can phrases. Poems can go down the page, play with space, tell a story, compare two things, borrow a pattern from the world, define a word, rhyme, not rhyme, be written in stanzas, ask questions, be circles, be songs, and so much more. See you tomorrow.